There is a saying that I learned from a very wise man a long time ago, and it goes like this: you will receive an abundance of that which you tolerate. That's the reason why from time to time, or should I say a lot, people get fired from their jobs. However, if the leaders in those organizations do this process the right way, you are not the one firing them, but they, the employees, are actually firing themselves. I remember back when I was a director of operations of a large global brand, and I was in charge of a region with district managers and many unit managers. I remember that we had this one particular manager that was a puzzle to me. Often I would do unit visits with my district managers. And one of the things that I would strive to do in those visits was get to learn and know my unit managers as much as I possibly could, because I knew that that position, those people were the most important people in my organization. But that's a whole other story for a different day. Going back to this particular manager, let's call him Clark. Clark, when he was focused and wanting to do a good job in his unit, he was fantastic. He was great. He had proper results. His people followed him and he was on fire. But when he lost interest and was distracted by other things, he was not very good at all. And it was a puzzle to me because I was trying to understand why was he so inconsistent in his performance. His district manager was losing patience and just wanted to get rid of him. And I knew that there was more about Clark than we could see. And so I would always make a point whenever I went to that district that we would stop in his unit and I would get to know Clark a little better. In those visits, I realized that he had another interest. He was an avid car salesperson. He loved to do that. And so when he was distracted in our business was because he was spending a lot more time doing what he really was passionate about. With my district manager, we had to push him to make a decision as to what he was going to do. And what we did is we implemented what we had as the proper disciplinary process that will give this particular manager the opportunity to decide whether he was going to correct his behavior and remain as a unit manager for us, or decide to leave the organization to pursue his dream and his passion. So with time, obviously, he kept missing. He kept having issues in his performance because clearly being a manager for us was not what he wanted to do. And eventually that led for him being released because he never chose to do the behavior that he needed to do to be able to keep the job. So you see, at the end, if you do it the right way, you're not the ones firing them. They are the ones firing themselves. Something really cool about the situation was that eventually he actually apologized for his lack of commitment to our organization. And years later, I have kept in touch with him and I have even purchased 2 vehicles from him because he's so good at that job. He's now happy, successful, and has a great life. So as you can see, as leaders, we are responsible to make sure that we give the people the opportunity to correct behavior so that they can choose to keep their jobs. It is not our decision to decide whether they're going to keep a job or not. Our responsibility as leaders is to define clearly what the expectations are, give the people the proper leadership and training and coaching and guidance so that they have every opportunity to be able to fulfill those expectations that are the ones what they were hired for. And then when the performance drops, we need to be able to have a proper, fair process that they are able to then have the opportunity to correct behavior or receive what they need so that they can actually do that. Now, and if they don't, it's because they are choosing to leave the company because they know that their behavior will eventually lead to that. By the way, the truth is that I have fired one person in my entire 35-year career. This was someone that was not asking to be fired, and is someone that I did not believe that they deserved to be fired. However, my boss demanded that I did so. So I fulfilled his expectations. But sadly, eventually, I had to leave that organization when I was faced with the reality and I was not able to live with that lack of integrity with that action. And it has never happened again. So if you would like to learn more about what is the proper process to give your employees the opportunity to correct behavior and choose to remain in your organization or choose to not, I would like to invite you to explore our command program where we teach franchisees the processes, procedures, and policies that you need to define so that you can have success in your franchise journey. To learn more about this program, all you need to do is go to www.afacommand.com. I hope that we can be of service to you and help you thrive and succeed in your franchise journey. See you in the next show.